Hello, hello. Hope you guys are all doing amazing. Really excited about this. Actually, going to be bringing on a special guest here today. Actually going to be bringing on one of our clients who just went through our CCI program and got some pretty good results. And so I thought we would share and come on here and just give you guys a little bit of like, hey, how do people get results in our program? So it's actually, we're going to bring her on right now.
As you guys are jumping on here, give me a wave down below, say hello. I always love to know who of you are all watching. We're going to be trying to add her in right now and share a little bit of how she got some pretty good results in her business in the last little bit. Awesome. We've got a couple of people jumping on. Hello. Hey, can you hear me?
Hi. Yes.
Amazing.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. How are you doing?
Awesome. I'm very good, thank you. And how are you?
Incredible. Doing well. Yeah, I just got into the office. Are you like basically done work for the day or what?
It's been a slow start today, so I'm probably going to start doing a bit of work today and then finish off.
Okay,
Yeah, it's been
perfect.
a slow starter.
Hey, that's fine. Okay, so before we get into this, let's kind of just give everyone a little bit of like information on who you are, what you do, etc., and then we can dive into more of the story of like before CCI, after CCI, etc.
Yes, of course. So I'm Margarida and I'm the founder and CEO of Margarida Marketing. So I'm a sales funnel expert, and as a business, I support up and coming industry leaders who are wanting to build and streamline their sales process by building out funnels and also implementing paid Facebook strategies to grow and scale their business.
Awesome.
In a
I
nutshell,
love
that's what
that. And you're good at what you do. I can vouch for it. If anyone is like, does this person know what they're doing? Yes, she does a very good job at it. And so,
Thank
okay,
you.
no, of course. Honestly, you do really good quality work. And I mean, we love to work with clients that obviously do that. Now, let's give everyone a little bit of an insight. Where was business at prior to working with CCI? What was like the average kind of like revenue? How did it feel? Basically, give a bit of a snapshot.
Yeah, so just before I joined CCI, I was actually a business coach. So I was struggling as personally and as a business to kind of get that reoccurring income, and also
Right.
to confidently do something that not only I felt proud about, but I knew I could support people with. So just before I joined CCI, I was in that transition period where we were probably bringing in an average of maybe three to 4K probably.
Right.
But that it felt difficult. It was felt really hard, and I just thought, okay, I want to be able to build a system in my business that's going to help me to bring in these recurring clients, and something that I can also use as in this transition period as I pivot into this new field. So that's where I was at just before CCI.
Totally, for sure. No, and that's, I mean, a lot of people where they're at, because before you had a good product before, you had a lot of good ideas. It was just like, how do we make this a little bit more systematic so that you can reach some higher months and continue to start scaling the business, right? So now
exactly.
I like to ask people a little bit about like actually why they chose CCI and what made them decide to invest, because I think a lot of people, even probably some of the people watching it today, are like wondering that to themselves. So what was kind of the point where you're just like, okay, I'm going to try it out because of X, Y, and Z?
I think I forget how I came across. I think I came across your account before I came across CCI, and I really like the content that you were putting out. And it seemed like you knew what you were talking about, and I like that there was a system. And I think also the reviews as well. Everybody had great things to say about CCI. I even had the opportunity to speak to one or two people, and they were like, Ruben's great, CCI is great, it really helped me do X, Y, and Z. So it really gave me the confidence that, okay, if they're able to help all these people, then I'm sure they'll be able to help me as well to kind of get to where I need to be.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that totally makes sense, and that makes me happy, because we try to show a lot of social proof. It's kind of our biggest thing probably. Okay, amazing. So now coming into CCI in the first couple months, what were some of your main takeaways? And everyone's a little bit different. Some people, it's more like they really liked the flow of what they were taught, some of them just like a certain strategy or two that they were taught. What was maybe some of your favorite thing in CCI, or like the thing that helped you the most personally?
I think what I like the what helped me the most was having structure. That's something that I struggle
Right.
personally, just to build structure and be quite disciplined with that. And CCCI is pretty much built on that. Like, you have to have structure, you have to have this a
Yeah.
systematic approach to your business. And I just didn't feel like I had that within my business. So
Right.
that definitely, like the spreadsheets, the calls, the accountability, having that person there as well that held me accountable and made sure I was on path to reach my goals and do what I needed to do.
Right.
All of those things definitely helped me and definitely contributed to get me where I am today.
No, for sure. And it's kind of, I always talk about the unsexy stuff that actually makes things
Yeah.
better, right? It's like
Exactly.
it's like structure is such an unsexy word, and like systems, but it's
No one
actually what
likes it, but
allows you, right? It allows you to, whether it's like just be able to see how to grow, or to have something that's more consistent and predictable. It might not be sexy, but it is something that I mean, my mentor always says the people who make the most money, they don't have the sexier business. They're just the best at the basics, right? They're best at the simple
that's so
things.
true. Yeah.
Which is it's kind of hard to sometimes realize that, but it's a good thing. So now I would love for you to share a little bit of like, hey, before CCI, 3 to 4K months, where have we grown to? I know you've been having a lot of bigger months, especially a lot of contracted sales in the last little bit. So share a little bit of
Yeah.
kind of now the transition to kind of where we've gotten you to, just to get that kind of before and after feel.
Yeah. So with my business, I have like the agency model where we have those reoccurring clients where it's consistent, and with that we average between 7 to 9K with that.
Yeah,
And then I also have digital products that I have
right,
out there too. So depending on that, that will also add an additional between 5 to 7K,
right,
depending if I'm pushing those products those months. So
right,
that's, I haven't done the numbers, but compared to before when I was
right,
literally at 3 to 4, 4 being probably the best.
right.
Um, like this is cash months. This is a massive jump to before.
Totally, totally, for sure. I mean, yeah, from 3K to, even if you're at 10K with things combined, I mean, that's more than 300% in your business, right? That's a lot of people,
Yeah.
they dream of that, right? And honestly, you should be so proud of the work that you put in, because I know you put in a lot of work and you've been doing a lot of things behind the scenes. So you should feel proud about that.
Thank you.
Question, actually, this is an odd question, but have you celebrated yourself for some of those like big milestones that you hit?
Yes, I think it's when, as a business owner, sometimes it's very hard to do that, to take the moment
Mm-hmm.
and actually, oh, I've actually done something amazing here. And I
Mm-hmm.
won't lie, the first couple of months when I was seeing those high numbers, it just came as a shock. To be honest, it really
Right.
did. I didn't even realize it was happening because I was just in there. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, I have been able to take some time away to just
Good.
celebrate, open up a bottle of prosecco, have a drink with
Yep.
friends. So I'm definitely leaning on those a lot
Good.
more.
Good. No, and that's, I mean, for you and for everyone that does succeed, oftentimes we kind of like push ourselves harder, and we don't actually give ourselves, and it's not like you have to give yourself like a month break or whatever, but like just basically rewarding yourself so that you create that habit of understanding, hey, I can do this, but then I can reward myself, right? And
Yeah,
so that's
exactly.
just so important. Now, one last question. I know you're busy, so I'm not going to keep you much
That's all
longer.
right.
One last question is for the people that are watching. A lot of them are building their own businesses, and if you guys are watching, give me a wave down below. Hope you guys are doing great. But what's one of the main things in the last 3 or even 6 months, that like this year, that you've kind of learned or implemented in your business that has really been a game changer for you? Because I know there's a lot of people on here that are wanting to do very similar things to you. And so what would be like your number one tip for, like, is it just like learn systems? Is it learn structure? Is it mindset? Like, what's one tip you would give to them today?
Oh, just one. Okay,
You can
so
do two if you
I'm
need
trying
to.
to think. Okay, okay, I'll give two. I think one of the tips that I will say is investing in my business has completely changed the landscape of my business. And if anybody personally knows me, I am somebody that has always struggled with that.
Right.
But being able to invest not only has enabled me to learn new strategies, implement
Right.
systems, but it also gives you an insight to what those people were able to do in their business, right?
Right.
Who better to learn from than the people who have gone through or is where or are at where you want to be.
Yeah.
That's something that I learned, and that was invaluable for me. And the second thing as well is trust your craft.
Mm.
Trust your craft, because as well in this space I feel like it can be so overwhelming, and it's so easy to compare yourself to other
Yeah.
people, like, oh well, we're both in fitness, but they're doing that, I should be doing that. No, you
Hmm.
stick to what your craft is, because that's what's
Yeah.
going to get you those incomes, that's what's going to get you your business to where you need it to be. And that's the second thing that I've also learned
Yeah.
in the past 6 months, and I'm still learning, but
Totally.
those are the two things that I'll definitely
I love that, and I
say to you.
really do like that second one. I think it could be talked about a lot more, because I think
Yeah.
more and more people really should like hone in on their craft and what they do, because at the end of the day, like I've been thinking about this more. I've actually started to just write a lot about what I'm starting to call like a one life product, which is like create a product that's so good that it can help someone for their entire life, and like honing
Yeah.
in on your craft and really feeling alignment with it, because when you do that, you can change the world forever rather than just a quick flash in the pan, right? Um,
Absolutely. I agree.
Actually, question for you. I know I said that was the last question, but what is like a tip or two for honing your craft? Is it like spending a certain amount of time per week learning? What does that look like for you, just so that people watching this can implement it?
Yeah. I think for me is trust in your instinct, because I think taking the time to reflect on your journey and why you started what you're doing. A
Yeah.
lot of the times, you know, like my business has done a complete 360 from what I started to do, and then I got a bit confused, and now I'm back
Right.
again. And if I just took the time to take stock and remember, like, okay, when I
Yeah.
started,
Totally.
this
Yeah.
was my goal, this is what I
Hmm.
wanted to do, and maybe keep a, like he says, you were taking notes, keep a journal entry of what you're doing.
Right.
That's probably one thing. And I think the second thing is also yeah, learning more about what your craft is, because there's
Hmm.
always so much more that we can learn, and maybe going to those people that have done what you want to do with their craft and are in
Hmm.
similar positions that you want to be from. Those are the people that you want to be learning from. And
Awesome.
if you can hone in on that, and you're able to also take stock of what it is that you want to do and what actually got you onto this path, I think
Hmm.
that's definitely going to be able to keep you grounded, and it would be a constant reminder of what
Okay.
it is that you're here for.
No, I like that. I like that a lot, and I think that's so important, because I think all of us have products that could be improved and we could learn more about all the
Yeah,
time. And so I think just trying to be that, yeah, ever student, right? Someone that's always learning, trying
yeah,
to get better at their own craft, get better at teaching their craft, whatever it might look like. So no, thank you so much for jumping on it today. This is actually, I know a lot of people find these actually so, number one, inspiring, but number
of
two,
course.
helpful, because there's a lot of people here that are watching this that want to do
Yeah.
going along a similar journey in business that you just went on in the last 3, 4, 5 months.
Yeah.
So thank you for coming on.
No, thank you for having me. This has been great.
Of course, of course. Okay, well, I know you're busy, so I'm going to let you go for today. So thanks for being on. Guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can send me a message. We'd love to chat with you guys. Also, just a quick reminder that we're running a masterclass this coming Friday on value pieces, which is something we talk about a lot in CCI, because we always know that if we can lead with value and generate leads with value, they're going to be hotter leads. So if you're interested in that masterclass, send me a message, and we'll see you guys on Friday. But that's it for today. I love you all. Bye for now. Okay, guys. Bye, Margie.